How good did it feel to have a game like this where kind of things came together in many, many ways for you guys tonight? Closing it out, power play goal, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think personally, I don't think the first was all that great, but we stepped up in the second and did a job tonight, so it was good. And then obviously you got to tip your hats to Elvis at the end and Ollie to get us going. So huge fight, huge win. Snap team's 10-game winning streak and finish out a game in the third.
Yeah, you just mentioned Olivier's fight. That had to be a boost. Did you anticipate something like that, and were you pleased by the outcome of it?
Yeah, we saw him talking. There was all the drama, yesterday, and all the drama today. So, we see it, and there's two tough guys. You got to give respect to one, but all he did a good job.
When it's that decisive, does that fire you guys up even more? He won that fight decisively.
It's great. Anytime somebody goes, it takes a lot of heart. So, it's just that gives us a boost anyway.
And then you get a goal right after it.
That's huge. Yeah, and then goal early in the third to really set the tone. So it was just a great effort tonight.
Jack, you get a couple off the rush, your goal, and then you feed Provorov a little later on. How important are those types of goals in games like this?
Yeah, especially when a team's pressing, a team that's feeling it, confident. It's good to take advantage of getting a little bit too offensive minded.
We talked in the intermission the importance of finishing things off in the third period. What was that conversation like in here in the second intermission?
Yeah, we know it's a thing that we we have to get better at, and it's great. We're in a period that we're really learning to grow, and that's what we got to keep on doing.
And rewarding these home folks here. They've showed up the last 3 or 4 games, full house. To reward them with a win like this, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's great. Sunday night in Columbus, nothing better to be doing.
Dmitri, your line was playing very well tonight. Just talk about the play of your line tonight.
Ваша линия сыграла сегодня здорово. Расскажи о том, как прошла эта игра для вашей линии.
Для нашей линии. Да хорошо, мы много общаемся. За это, я думаю, у нас все хорошо получается. Будем работать, будем лучше еще.
We talk a lot between each other, constant communication, so I feel like we're just gonna get better and better.
How inspired was your team tonight by the fight that Mathieu Olivier got in early?
Насколько драка в начале игры повлияла на то, как прошла игра?
Оля красавчик, я думаю, он зарядил всю команду на всю игру эмоциями. Мы на этих эмоциях всю игру играли и выиграли.
Yes, that fired us up. Ollie did a great job, and that really fired the whole team up.
Are you starting to figure this league out a little bit more now?
Больше понимаешь в самой лиге в НХЛ сейчас, когда уже столько времени ты сейчас играешь и все получается. Стало ли понимание процессов здесь лучше?
Да, вроде сейчас все нормально уже. Нормально.
He feels like it's pretty good now.
Better.
Marchenko with a great pass in the last game and an even better pass tonight. Just talk about Marchenko as a passer and what that means to you.
Сегодня отличный пас Марченко сделал опять. Как ты его оцениваешь, его игру, именно как распасовщика, как ассистент?
В последней игре что-то очень много стал пасов отдавать. Он, наверное, недели 2 назад сказал, что будет играть в пас, сейчас только умно играть. Вот и заиграл, он умеет, он видит все. Молодчик.
About 2 weeks ago he said he's gonna pass more and play smarter, and that looks like he is doing that.
We see just on a daily basis, it seems like you're having more fun with the guys, building relationships with not just the Russian players, but guys like Texier and some of the other players. How much of just those friendships and those relationships help you feel more and more comfortable as time's gone on?
Сейчас видно, что появляются отношения какие-то игровые и неигровые с другими ребятами, не только с русскоговорящими ребятами, как Texier, например. Насколько это помогает и влияет вообще на то, как вот ты играешь?
С самого начала все начали, все помогают, даже я английского не знаю, как-то стараются что-то общаться где-то, я спрашиваю, как это, что это, все помогают, классная команда. Спасибо ребятам.
To be honest, from the very beginning, everyone was very, very friendly, very open, and always ready to help. I don't speak English, and everyone is trying to help me from the very beginning, so that's obviously making a huge difference.
How much do you enjoy playing with the other 2 Russian forwards?
Насколько тебе вот здорово и весело играть с 2 другими форвардами, которые русскоговорящие?
Очень здорово. Забиваем голы, нам нравится играть, мы кайфуем вместе.
We're having a great time together because we're scoring goals, assisting each other. We're having a great time.
Does that make his rookie season even more special?
Это твой первый сезон, это рукий-сезон в НХЛ. Это то, что ты играешь с русскоговорящими ребятами вместе, это делает его каким-то особенным.
Конечно, не знаю. Не, ну мне, во-первых, легче играть намного. Мы понимаем, что мне говорят. Иногда я приезжаю на сбрасывание, мне что-нибудь там говорят ребята иностранцы. Да, типа понял, а сам ничего не понял.
It makes it totally different, of course, because again they're helping me. Just because again, like during the game, I go to a face-off, and some other guys, not Russian-speaking guys, tell me something, and I said, okay, I have no idea what they said. So the Chini and Marchenko are helping me out.
Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
A lot of fights in your career. Have you ever had one that seemed to spark a team quite like that one did?
I mean, I think, yeah, that's the whole point of a fight. When you get a good one like that, it's going to do the job. So I'm happy it worked. That's the whole reason why we do it.
We saw the conversation before the game. How much of that just set the table for what happened?
I just, to be honest, I just told him great tilt yesterday, and hope you're doing all right, because that was a tough one. And he said, yeah, I'm good. So and then first shift he came and asked me. So there's a lot of respect there for doing that. Kudos to him. He's he's doing a good job getting noticed. So that takes, for lack of a better word, that takes some balls.
He's a big man, and just your strategy going into it against a guy who had, I think, 6 inches on you and about 25 pounds.
Strategy, well, there is some, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that to myself.
Were you aware of him until the outdoor game, or just recently?
Well, the outdoor game wasn't his first game.
No, I mean, did you see him coming into the league? Or
Oh
was
no.
that the first you knew?
I mean, I didn't know much about him, to be honest. He's coming in, he's making a name for himself.
Yeah.
So
Is that part of what makes this sweeter to you? The fact that
no, there's nothing. There's not sweeter or not sweet. It's just two guys doing their job.
Yeah.
So no, there's nothing but respect.
How sweet's the win?
That is sweet. Yeah, that's for sure. That was a good one. I think it was just overall a solid 60 minutes from us. We've had issues holding leads in the past, and today was. We figured out a way to do it in Anaheim after they came back, and today was another step in the right direction, especially with a team like that was really hot and 10-game winning streak. So definitely is a great growth moment for us.
What's that feeling like here in the penalty box after a fight like that, and 2 minutes later, you guys get a goal?
Yeah, it's as good as it gets. Maybe getting one yourself would be better. Been working on that a little bit. Not going my way this year, but it's a good feeling for sure to get our team going there, and I think it worked.
Do you feel that in that spot? Do you feel like you played a role?
I did my role. But it was a whole team effort today, and started from the first minute and all the way to the end. So Elvis made some big saves at the end, and the whole team, all of our 4 lines were going today. So, like I said, it was a full team effort.
Those guys, I mean, they come in here with a 10-game winning streak. They're rolling when they come in here. You guys kind of knew, for lack of a better term, that you had to come out swinging a little bit, right?
Well, we knew we were going to be ready. I mean, it doesn't get much. There's not a better challenge than that. You get a team that can't seem to lose, and they're doing well, and they're getting ready to be in playoff mode and all that. So for us, it was a good opportunity to rise to the occasion, and as a whole team today, we did that.
Mathieu, what was the bench like when you came back from the penalty box?
Same as it always is. Our bench is the one thing we can focus on this year is really getting good habits and good team habits as well. And part of that is everyone pulling for each other. So whether it's a small play on the ice, a small detail that maybe not everyone sees, or a fight like that, or a goal, everyone's always talking and being encouraging. So I mean, that's, like I said, it's just our team does a good job at that.
Am I right to say it's been kind of a frustrating season for you at times, the scratches? I think there's been more this year than there were last year. Does a night like this sort of make it feel sweeter?
Yeah, it's a fair assessment, I think. Part of it's on me. Maybe there's some things I could have done differently earlier in the year. I was coming back from an injury that wasn't easy to come back from, but there are some moments for sure that I could have been better, and they made their decisions. My job is to stay ready and try to get better and you know, when I get in, to have an impact. So yeah, it's a fair assessment. It's been a frustrating season, but there's a lot of game left, and I can make the best of it. So.
Pezzy, have you ever seen a fight inspire a team quite the way that one did in the first period?
I've been coaching hockey for 30 years. I've seen quite a few fights. Two tough guys going at it. That was, I mean, the reaction of the fans tell you. But the bench was the same, right? Ollie is our guy, and he's really good at it. He's a strong man.
That was a very hot team that you just beat, and you guys kept responding. Whenever something would happen positively for them,
Yeah.
You guys seem to have a good response.
Yeah,
to
we've played a real smart hockey game. Real smart. Our ozone forecheck, their transition game is so good. Offensive zone, they use the full length of the ice in the offensive zone, the seam passes. Guys were ready. Played a real smart hockey game.
Pascal, we only ask you about the third period, it seems, when things go off the rails, but you seem to handle that third period really well tonight. What did you do differently, or what did you see from your group in that?
We're growing. We just learned from the past. We've had more success recently. There's more confidence. We're not just giving time and space just to make sure we don't get beat. We still pressure when we can. We still make plays when we can, but we also manage the puck properly when under pressure. So it's a team that is learning, and that tonight was, I think, was the result of those setbacks. And hopefully we're going to keep growing. But we locked it down in the third, and that was good to see.
Friday night after the game, you mentioned the breakouts being sloppy. Did you see improvement in that area tonight?
Yeah, sloppy. It was like our execution was, I thought we were a tired team. Yes, our breakouts were better. We were really good at protecting the middle of the ice. When we got it back, it was much better, yes.
And then you bring up the energy. Do you feel like your guys had a lot more energy tonight than they did Friday?
Yeah, like I said, last game I felt we were a little bit tired from the road trip. Yeah, the energy was good, really good.
Not to make too much of the fight, but that whole sequence, when you're facing a team like that, on a heater like they are, and the fight goes that way, and 2 minutes later you guys get a goal.
Yeah.
Does that send a message throughout the whole ice, both benches, like you guys are in this game and you're here to fight, basically?
Yes, part of it, but it also sends a message to the whole league. Like we can play that style of game. Like if that's what the other team wants to do, because Olivier got challenged. Maybe they spoke in the warm-up, I believe. Everybody knows about the fight yesterday in Philly. But that part of the game, as far as we are concerned, we're pretty good at it.
I think a hockey team and any sports team, I guess, is its best when everybody just does their job to the best of their ability. And tonight, it seemed like everybody pulled the rope. You got that from Olivier. Your top line scored. Elvis at the end kind of shut the door. Just how much can a team build on that when you have one of those nights where it seemed like everybody's kind of on the same page?
Yeah, no, it's that's what you aim for. Like do your job and do it right, and we'll be fine. Elvis was good. Special teams were good. Scored a goal. PK, I think it's 10 in a row now that we haven't give up a goal. Our forecheck was right. Our tracking was right. D-zone coverage. I thought after the first period, I felt we were dumping the puck too much when we didn't have to. So there's a time and place to do it. I wanted them to carry the puck, keep the puck, and they did. So it was a real solid effort.
Has Elvis had a stretch like that in a critical moment like that this season? It looked like he was at his best right there.
Yeah, he was really good in the third. He was in control. I saw a guy that was he showed some poise. His reads were good. The 2-on-1, he was there on time. He was really good tonight.
I think you got 5 points from the Russian line tonight. You had certain demands when you put them back together again. Have they met those, and what do you see that's working with them?
Yeah, they're playing more north-south. Like when I changed those lines, they were really good at first, and then they started to play a game that is not appropriate for the NHL. And that's okay. They're young players, 3 of them. It's fine. So when they came back together, when we put them back together, we told them, listen, there's a way, and now you have a little bit more experience. There's a time and place to make those plays, and they're able to do it. That goal, Voronkov scored, and Marchenko first shift of the second. They can make those plays in the offensive zone, not all over the ice, and that's what they're learning.
Jumping off of that, Dmitri Voronkov's one goal off the rookie lead. How impressed have you been just by the way he's been able to adjust and thrive in this environment? Obviously, coming over, it's a completely new culture. He doesn't really speak the language. So how impressive is that you've been able to see it much more than anybody?
Yeah,
here
it's
has?
it's really impressive. Like it's this guy doesn't speak a whole lot. He's speaking a little bit more now, but it's his hockey sense is off the chart for the things he does on the ice. He's rarely in a bad position when we have the puck or we don't have the puck. He's able to make the adjustments. He's got Marchenko sitting next to him, so he translates everything. But still, for him to be able to execute it, it's pretty impressive. And he forgot about the rule there, because in the KHL, apparently it's not a rule. Put your hand on the puck. So he forgot about it. He was the first guy to apologize. Very impressive.
Jack had such a tough injury to come back from, breaking a foot or ankle or whatever, to come back from that. Do you feel like the last week or two that he's really kind of back to where he was before that injury?
Jack is
skating.
Skating, making plays. That shot he took, that was a quick release, accurate too. Since he's back with Jens and Boone Jenner and Johnny, he's playing real solid hockey, and our PK is back on track like we were earlier in the season, and he's part of the PK, so he's playing really well.